What does the Bible really say about the 7 deadly sins? Are you worried about what will happen after you die? Do you fear that a place of punishment awaits sinners and unbelievers? You need not worry. With an eye on the human condition, this is Insight. It may come as a surprise to learn that there is no biblical basis for terrifying retribution immediately after death. Yet because there's a well-known list of 7 deadly sins, many people live with guilt and fear of just such an ominous outcome. Also known as cardinal or capital sins, the fatal 7 had their beginnings in Roman Catholicism. Developed by Pope Gregory I, they are listed as pride, covetousness, lust, anger, gluttony, envy, and sloth, each of which was assigned a corresponding opposite virtue. More states of mind than actions, these wrong attitudes are said to be merely gateways to or sources of actual sinful behavior. Because the 7 were considered deadly to spiritual development, in the 13th century they were linked with pain and suffering in the afterlife. But while the sinful attitudes on the list have biblical reference points, nowhere does the Bible list 7 literal sins. Nor does it picture 9 circles of hell, nor a holding place called purgatory, where there's a chance to climb out and conquer its mountain of 7 sinful terraces in order to reach paradise. This fiction owes its origin to Dante's 14th century work, The Divine Comedy. But the notion has persisted across the centuries in literature and art, mostly as troubling misinformation. The New Testament doesn't describe the torment of Gehenna or portray Satan as the Lord of Gehenna. So what does the Bible offer by way of sin lists and their opposites? And why do they matter? Is their intended purpose to make us carry guilt and to fear eternal retribution? It's a big subject. While there are several such lists, for the sake of brevity, let's look at just one set of behaviors that God specifically dislikes. This comes from the book of Proverbs, a distillation of accumulated human and divine wisdom. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to Him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a man who stirs up dissension among brothers. These are actions that cause societal breakdown. They bring about the corruption and failure of human civility. When a society becomes filled with people who routinely do such things, normal everyday life becomes unsustainable. And if we live this way, life becomes its own hell or purgatory. Old Testament scholar William McCain describes the consequences of these sins this way. The types of behavior under consideration have this in common: that they are all disruptive in their tendency, that they are characterized by self-assertiveness or malice or violence, and that they break the bond of confidence and loyalty between man and man. Why does it matter? It matters because God cares about human society and doesn't want it to become self-destructive. He wants our success, our happiness. Here, by implication, He prescribes the opposite behaviors. It's as if to say, don't be arrogant, nor a liar. Don't murder the innocent by intent or act, nor scheme evil. Don't be quick to do wrong. Don't be a false witness, nor create division. Isn't this exactly the wisdom we need for today? While there's no need to fear a fictional hell or purgatory, like that of Dante's imaginings, none of us would want to wait for the end of life to address such shortcomings. There will be nothing to fear in the future regarding unfulfilled social obligations. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. if we start to address these very common behaviors today. If you'd like to know more, visit our website, vision.org, and search for forgiveness. For Insight, I'm David Hume.